Hey, so today I have a couple of plant chores to do. I will be potting a new plant that I bought and repotting 2 to 3 plants that probably need it. Two of which I am pretty worried about because I don't know if I overwatered. They don't look too good, and I don't know, maybe someone who sees this can give me a tip if it's overwatering or underwatering, because I'm really not sure. I don't feel like I am overwatering, but I'm just very confused. I don't know. I'm sorry if my camera movements are a little bit shaky, but I'm just holding this with my hand. I have to water most of my plants and clean a couple of leaves because they're a little dusty. And while I do that, I'm going to film the new growth that I'm pretty excited about. But first, I'm gonna go outside and repot a couple of plants. Okay, I am back. I hope the background noises aren't too bad. There are some construction workers around and people are working in their gardens. So if you hear any of that, I'm really sorry. And I hope it's a little windy. I hope that's not audible. That will be a little annoying. And my setup is the best I could come up with, and it took a long time to come up with. Putting this bucket next to me, and I'm going to repot on here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm sitting on the ground and you hear that? Yeah. I hope this works out. I also want to say at the beginning that my soil mix is probably not the best. I have something that when I bought it, I thought it was something like pumice. I'm not really sure. I think I might sound pretty dumb, but I don't know if that's the same thing. It's clay granules, and yeah, I just hope it's going to be good for some drainage. And I have a little mix for succulents and then regular potting mix. I didn't want to spend the money on orchid bark or whatever because I'm not really there yet with my plant journey, and I didn't want to spend the money. I'm just going to be putting a little bit more of the clay granules in the mix, and I hope that's enough for drainage. I am going to start with this Calathea Zabrina. I recently complained that I have too many Calatheas and I don't know how to take care of them. So it's obviously pretty dumb that I bought another one, but it's so pretty. I couldn't resist. It wasn't expensive and I had to buy it. I hate this lighting. Okay, I obviously have a new location. It's not as pretty as the other one, but I feel like the lighting is better. But let's finally start. I am just going to get a little bit of the soil that is in here out of there. Not all of it because I don't feel like it's necessary. It feels like good soil. I'm just going to break it up a little bit. I really don't want to disturb the roots, so I don't want to do anything right here. And it fits pretty good. I'm just going to put a little bit around the edges. I think the leaves are curling because it's very dry and I need to water. The Calathea, I obviously didn't want to do this before I potted her, so I will do that later and clean her leaves with some neem oil solution. But that's done. Next I want to pot those two Scindapsus pictus together in this pot to make it a little bit fuller. Oh. The pot was definitely, or is, too big for the root system, but I will be potting them back in here because it's what I have. They were obviously cuttings and don't have the biggest root system, but yeah, I have to keep them in that pot. So that's what the clay granules look like. I don't know if that's the best thing you could use, but it's what I have, so that's what I'm gonna mix with it. Okay, so this is what it looks like now. It obviously is fuller now, and I think it looks great, but it was a little bit difficult to put them in there because I just pretty much laid them on top of the soil and I can't see in there, and the last ones I just kind of randomly stuck in there, and I don't really know how to fill it up with soil now, but I'm gonna try. I hope the roots are all covered pretty well. It's not that easy to tell, maybe I did a bad job, but I tried. Now here's my first problem child, my string of pearls. I filmed a close-up of this so you can see the pearls that I'm pretty worried about, and I just want to get it out of this plastic pot and into terracotta. I probably watered too much. I don't know, I'm very confused. It was also standing in direct light, so maybe that wasn't ideal. Yeah, I'm a little worried about this one. I have this tiny terracotta pot which I am going to use, and I'm going to use a lot of the clay because I feel like drainage is pretty important. The roots are pretty good. I thought they would be less and not as deep. I always heard they are very shallow, but I mean, it's a tiny pot, so whatever. And done. I hope it's going to be happier in here. I don't know, it's worth a try. And now on to the last one and another problem child. My spider plant, which is looking very sad. I also filmed a close-up, and I just want to see if it has root rot, but I feel like that's not possible because I didn't water too much. I think I didn't water enough. That's why it has the crispy tips all over, and maybe that's why the leaves are dried out, but I'm scared it's mushy and maybe a little rotted, and that's why that's happening. I don't know. I'm going to look at the roots and we'll see. This pot does not have drainage, and maybe I'm going to put it in here. Ooh, that's maybe a good idea. And then put this one in here so it has drainage. I feel like that's a good idea. I probably will be doing that. I feel like if anybody sees this, they will probably scream at their screen because I'm doing a lot wrong. And this probably looks pretty brutal, but I'm trying to be careful. Ooh, okay. Look at the roots. They look healthy, right? And they are thick. Ooh, okay. Oh, look at this. The roots look so cool, and like I said, I've never seen root rot with my own eyes. I don't want to break everything up, but I think the roots look healthy and good. So I will just pot it up again and put it in the little plastic pot, the nursery pot, and I guess I underwatered. I just threw the old soil away, and this is the new and fresh one. I don't know if that's really doing something, but at least I have drainage now. Okay, still looking pretty sad, but I guess I didn't water enough, and I'm going to try and water more. I heard this is such an easy plant, and I am so frustrated that I'm struggling with it. Fits perfectly. So that's done. I'm done right here, going to bring everything inside and start to water my plants. I have now gathered a couple of plants around me, well, behind me. I have, like I said, my tap water right here and filtered water. I also use this moisture meter. Let's start. that was pretty much it for the video. I know I said I was gonna clean some leaves, but I am done for the day with plant care. I can spend more time on this today. I still have a couple of other things to do. I need to get outside again, and it's so hot. I really can't deal with anything right now. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, evening, night, morning, and yeah, bye.